Hey there, welcome to my studio here in New York City. I'm Daniel Norton, photographer, and today we're going to talk a little bit about influencers, actually. Something kind of stuck in, and I don't want to name names or brands or whatever, and if you know what I'm talking about or you're involved in this, don't put it below because the comment will not be put out, but I'm going to talk in general terms because I think it's important to kind of paint with a wide brush because I think this happens a lot. I witnessed a company that has had I guess they call it affiliate program for some time. It's a company that I work with, so that I use their gear and stuff and their stuff. So this is why I know about this. And they recently, decided they weren't going to do an influencer program, or they were going to change it or whatever. And they basically got a lot of crap for it. Essentially, people were making statements like, I'm going to pull down all my content about your stuff. I'm going to talk about how you're a terrible brand. I'm going to do this and this because now you're not giving me my percentage or whatever they get from that. And it made me think, wow, who are these people that promote a brand, that put their name behind a brand, that don't actually believe in it? Right? Because that's got to be the case, right? Because if I believe in something and then for whatever reason, and let's say I believe in data light, right? I love data lights. I'm using a data light to light myself right now. Data light gives me no money. They have given me some free lights in the past. I've talked about it before, but I was using the lights. But first, so let's say I love data light, and I do. And I'm using data lights, and let's say that they come to me and they say, hey, Daniel, you know what? If you talk about our lights and we'll give you a commission, for every light that gets sold. And I'm like, oh, hey, cool, that's cool, because I use the lights and I'm talking about them anyway, so that's awesome. And then we do that for a little bit, and then they're like, hey, you know what? Our profit margins are not such that we really can do that anymore. Sorry, we're not really going to be able to give you a commission anymore, but we appreciate it. Then, I mean, if I had already been using it and already talking about it, why would I turn around and be like, this company's trash? So that leads me to believe that the people that are making these statements that they're going to trash a company were people who weren't ever really using the gear. So then you got to wonder to yourself, how many of these people that promote brands and that are on the lists of these brands really actually like those brands, really actually use those brands? This especially sticks out to me when I see somebody who is, let's say, using what I would consider professional or high-end gear, and then all of a sudden you see something where they're using this like really entry-level thing, and you're thinking to yourself, well, that's an odd thing for them to use. I wonder, are they getting paid to use that? And I can't be the only one thinking this. So, and of course, obviously, this is not a slight. Clearly, people's names have been on softboxes and tripods and things forever. People have, even before the internet was a big deal, when I was a kid and I would pick up a photo magazine and there was like an ad for Mamiya RZ, you'd see, whatever photographer, I use Mamiya RZ. I mean, clearly, this is not anything new. But I wonder if there's been, in the last 10 years or so, this like massive proliferation of influencers. And it makes me think that how many people just do this for whatever company or whatever brand reaches out to them? So I guess the real thing is a couple of questions here. How influenced are we by influencers? Like, do you look at something and say, oh, hey, they used a Canon or Nikon or Sony or Olympus or Panasonic camera to shoot that, so I should get that, or not, And also, what would be your reaction to somebody who had been promoting blah, blah, blah brand all along as being awesome and then turned around and was like, they're garbage, don't use them anymore? Like, wouldn't you as an audience, I think I personally as an audience would be like, whoa, why is it suddenly garbage? And that would kind of pull the veil away and let you see that this person was just doing it for the money, which, I don't know, I feel like that would make me lose faith in the person that was giving me the recommendations. But I'm curious what you think, because I saw that and it kind of really, I mean, it was kind of an eye-opener. I mean, it's not that I haven't been around and talking to people all along, but it's like, that seemed like a really weird thing. So let me know. I'd love to know what you think more about this in the comments below. I'm curious about this influencer culture, influencer culture. Comments below. I'm just curious what people think. It's kind of more of a question out there to get a conversation going. Hopefully everything's going good for you, and I will see you next time.